Is this the Cloud9 Breaking Point?
And I think like a lot of our flaws showed on stage the last 2 weeks. Like a lot of our mistakes that come up in scrims pretty often.
Screen is nothing. We will win today.
I'm gonna become a content person soon, once I'm washed.
Count on 3. 1, 2, 3, Zealand!
Currently doing great. I have never lost 16 games in a row, so it will never happen.
That was a good week of scrims.
Yeah, learned a lot.
We lost all the scrims this week.
Doesn't fucking matter, bro.
Every
Yeah.
single one.
I hate him. I hate him so much. Yeah. We lost every game.
Is this the Cloud9 Breaking Point?
Yeah. It's the breaking point.
How was this week's practice?
It was terrible.
Good week of practice, I heard.
What?
It was a good week of practice.
No. Absolutely not. I do my best, just.
Perks told me that scrims don't matter, so
Scrims don't matter, runes don't matter, items don't matter,
the game doesn't matter,
food
life doesn't matter.
workout doesn't matter. All
Nothing
that
matters.
is play.
Nothing.
Content
Only
matters.
play.
Only content matters, yeah. Yeah, it's wrong. He's wrong.
Screen is nothing.
He's wrong.
We will win today.
That's it.
Right now?
No. Your interview.
No translator,
No, you have translator.
but I think I don't need translator.
He just said he doesn't need a translator.
No translator? Oh, you do post-game interview then.
Post game.
Do you know after we win, and then on stage, there's interview?
Oh no,
No?
no.
You don't need translator.
But I'm very nervous.
Summit. Can you do?
You're not humble.
I think so.
Cannot.
Can?
Cannot.
So much
Cannot?
Yeah.
I think you can.
You definitely can.
no?
You 100% can.
No.
Your English better than
Yeah!
Summit, you definitely can.
Oh!
You thought I'd stay, just another game that you play. Never saw me coming your way till you hit the
If they're chasing, we can fight Summit. If they chase, listen ball.
Anything in that process, at least. Summit again facing off against Faith God, slicing Maelstrom thrown down. A few more autos should do it, one after the flash.
Yeah, what happened?
Slowly. We're getting base.
Yeah.
Isolate a single River who has to use a stopwatch that was in his inventory. They take down Summit. There's 2 eliminated for Cloud9, but multiple on Dignitas that are way too low to keep from this slow push forward from Cloud9. Oh, Blabber setting off here.
No more Mr. Nice Guy, welcome to my bedside. No more Mr. Nice Guy, welcome to my bedside. No more Mr. Nice Guy, welcome to my bedside.
At Fudge Cakey on Twitter. Go follow. If you don't follow, go follow. I'm sure you all follow, right? Because I make banger tweets on the daily. That's actually not true. I've been kind of tame on Twitter recently. No, I just don't have a big ego. I'm just not an egotistical person. I'm very humble. So that's why I just haven't been tweeting that much. With 0-15 in scrims. Lost to TSM last week, I'm a humble person. Right, Maxwell?
Fudge? Yeah. He's one of those humble people that I know. Yeah. He's really good at holding it all in. Nowadays.
I'm not holding anything in. I'm being extremely clear on Twitter about what I think.
So at Cloud9, when coaches have observations about problems that are happening in games that we're playing, we can talk to the data team to request specific tools to be made to help us substantiate certain ideas that we have about the game or that specific moment. So things that I've personally asked for is like measuring over time, over a specific period of time, let's say 2 minutes, how much gold and EXP was exchanged team-wide throughout that time. We've had requests to track vision purchases, so like pink wards that are bought and placed, and it will give you every timing where they're bought and timing where they're placed. We've had ideas about tracking every death, making a timestamp every time somebody dies in a game, and it's provided all in this line that we can tag and sort, and this is all on the request of the data team at Cloud9. So we've observed in our practice that when Winsome backs, he buys 2 pink wards almost every time. And we were able to observe in practice that it wasn't very effective practically for him to have both of those pink wards in most situations. There's some situations where it was justified and others where it wasn't. Why the vision tool was useful was it gave us all of the data to substantiate the claim of the purchase being good or bad. So an important thing to remember with data is that it's not like a magical pixie dust that solves your problems. It starts with an idea that you, the person, has. In this context, coaches have to have ideas and then necessitate the data to substantiate their claims. And then the data team provides that data so that we can use it in a conversation with a player, use it in a review with a player, so that we can change our approach to that problem. Recently, we had a ruler made. It's just a program you load up and you can click on different places on the map, and it will show you the exact coordinates, the exact distance, and the time that it will take you from point A to point B with different move speeds. So that just comes from an idea in a coach's mind. It's important for me to be able to communicate, or for me to convince players that it's important to communicate. So now this tool allows us to substantiate how long distances take to walk in League of Legends. That's all it does, but it helps us prove certain points in the game, like walking 2 different routes might only sacrifice 2 or 3 seconds. So in a lot of different situations, it might just be more valuable, or you might lose nothing at all by taking the extra 3 seconds, and then you gain an advantage. Hey Kelly, how come Fudge punching me in the stomach didn't make content? That wasn't cool enough for you guys?
Can you say that one more time?
One day I actually want to punch Max in the fucking stomach to see if he can actually like survive.
Yes. I have like kind of a stomach now, but one day Fudge will actually punch me in the stomach. But like,
I'll do it with my left hand. How about that?
Yes. Give it a couple weeks, and like I'll actually have like.
I'll give you like a 10%. Like a 10%. Ready? With the left hand as well. I'm weak in my left hand.
Yeah.
It's nice and easy, Max.
Max, how do you feel after that?
I can't breathe.
It's fine, no?
I can
feel like it didn't go to that deep.
That's a good question. Are we ever gonna fucking make an unrated cut?
Yeah.
With all the bad
where we can say all the
words?
bad words and all of Max's controversial opinions.
C9 Breaking Point.
C9 Breaking Point?
Yeah, what if you release all the GoPro footage from Iceland?
Holy shit! Whoa! You can drive through this? We're out of the volcano, so that's a plus.
Here we have the first aid bag in case anybody breaks their skull. Can you guys bring down like an internet connection? Computer too? Kelly, if you ever want hours of unusable content, if that's ever what you really want, give me a GoPro. And
We're just gonna strap one of Max's.
I'll produce it for you. Like, you can just throw it all out if you want. It's fun for me.
So, I'm learning from the cameraman right now. I'm gonna become a content person soon. Once I'm washed.
Once you're washed.
Yeah.
Alright.
be a little bit dirty. Once again, we are unpracticed, and we wrote these a few minutes ago, but all in, boys, all in. All right. All right. Let's get a little sway going. A little bounce, a little vibe. Okay. It's the C9 Super Week, but these teams be super weak. They are coming for the peak, but they can't handle the C9 technique. After the scandal, it's decon they seek, so they better off hide. And the stead has been decided. Let it check our socials, eating dinner with Joe Biden. All right, let's go.
C9 on 3. 1, 2, 3, C9!
FBI fires back on a 3, and Huey's got a stopwatch. They're gonna get a 2-for-1. Look at that. Outnumbered, you need more than 400 Thieves outnumber you 25-1.
Can't fight. Okay. Clear. Yeah, just clear. Summit's okay. No non-assault.
Okay.
No non-assault.
Yeah.
Cloud9 just falling rapidly.
100 Thieves now closing in here, trying to crush through, trying to leave no doubt in this game.
Alright, GG.
Oh. GG guys.
GG.
Yeah, the game sucked. I don't necessarily think our draft was horrible based on our priorities, but maybe our priorities are wrong on certain champions, and it didn't feel like we were able to do much, I guess, in this game. It didn't feel like we had really good playmaking tools, and when we were able to make plays, we kind of just lost out on all the fights. So it's hard to like tell if it's draft or anything else related, because just like all the fights early we took were just lost. I don't know, I think the draft or like gameplay. And I think like a lot of our flaws showed on stage the last 2 weeks. Like a lot of our mistakes that come up in scrims pretty often, they weren't showing up in stage before, but I think we've been getting punished a lot more for these mistakes. I think the teams are obviously getting better, and it feels like it's not the same, because before it was kind of like Summit just stomps lane and we just win, and that's not really like a team identity. But now like I think teams are like adjusting to his playstyle more, or like using bans on him so he can't like do that.
Yeah, again, it's a good and a bad thing. It's bad because in the short term we'll lose, but it's a good thing in that we all focus really hard on this problem because it's pointed out in stage matches. It's hard to even prove it's a problem. If we lose every game in scrims, but then we 3-0 the week, like how do we even know that things are going wrong? Like, do we really know? I feel like everybody's mind sort of eases a little bit if you just win all your stage matches, even if your scrims are going horribly and you're losing every scrim. So a good and a bad thing that we like that. Today, a lot of our weaknesses got exposed, and this week and last week, a lot of our weaknesses are showing, because this gives us a much better direction towards improvement, and it also helps us focus on that every day in scrims.
Well, here we are, hopefully the last game of the season. FlyQuest. Formidable opponent, but I think we've got this. You know, lost against 100 yesterday. A little rough, but we learn, we move forward. You know, Fortnite is really up right now because the whole no building thing, but Max has not been able to keep up with the dances, so sadgy.
Yesterday we lost against 100 Thieves and it pointed out some important problems to us, but none of that will matter today. Today what we'll focus on against FlyQuest is tracking our slow pushing waves, making sure we track champions in fog so no supports or mid laners can roam. I think if we do that, we'll have no problem against FlyQuest today. We had a good draft meeting yesterday, we came to excellent conclusions on our draft. I think that's all we need today, and we'll have another group huddle before our TL match.
Okay. Hell yeah.
We're gonna huddle again before our TL match.
Indeed. All right. C9 on 3.
1, 2, 3, CA!
I'm going. I'm okay. Baby, don't coming too.
I can't help you.
I'm okay. No ulti. I'm okay.
Malphite ulti, there's two. Mammoth ulti over the top as well. Summon, it's gonna be and the MF ulti steals the Baron Blemmer. He had to smite. He was so low, Kumo's gonna die.
I have Merc treads.
Viego here.
I'm tanking.
Viego no ulti. I can go. Or actually, Viego have ulti. Viego have ulti.
I'm okay.
Okay, I go mid.
And there we go, Kumo no Takoi flying in. There's Kumo on the backside as Johnson is gonna shut down Berserker's Summit. Just CC'd to death like he can't do anything. And FlyQuest are gonna keep their big playoff seed dreams alive. They will upset Cloud9.
So this week of scrims has been much different. So far, we've done much better in scrims, and our win rate for one is much better, but also our play is definitely improving from last week. It's just an awareness of the problems that we're having. So we were able to point out the problems that we were having, give examples of them, and now we're just slowly progressing, which is really great. We have 4 days to improve at these things, and I think we're going to make big strides before our playoffs match, and we'll still have time, especially if we beat 100 Thieves. We'll have this 2-week period of time that's going to be so helpful to us before we play like the winners finals match. Scrims this week have been going much better than last week, and I think it was really important that last week happened for us. We got a really good opportunity to address both how we're looking at draft and our approach to draft. And also, we got to look at a lot of our mistakes when we're playing the game, especially in mid-game. We got to look at a lot of our problems that we're encountering. We had that like Baron, for example, against FlyQuest, but it's also just generally how we're planning to get advantages, how we're seeing other champions on the map, and how we're able to have foresight about team fights is going to improve a lot as a result of last week, which I think, like Fudge said in his interview, is pretty good. It's pretty good that we're having these realizations and these challenges before playoffs, because if everything was just great up until this point, and like, yeah, we're like 15-3, we're just first place coming into playoffs, but we still had all of these problems, it would actually be worse, because then we play against 100 Thieves without being aware of the problems that we're having, and then go to loser's bracket, and have this 1 week to figure out everything. So I would much rather just take the problems in like week 7 and week 8 than in the first week of playoffs. I think this is much better.